The Duchess of Sussex was the picture of elegance as she joined Prince Harry at the Natural History Museum on Tuesday night. Meghan, 37, who is expecting her first child in April, plumped for a custom cream roll neck dress by Calvin Klein and an £895 coat by royal favorite Amanda Wakeley as she joined Harry, 34, to watch a play about Charles Darwin. It is the first time the Duchess has been seen in public since her father, Thomas Markle Sr., revealed the contents of a letter written by Meghan last summer in which she accused him of breaking her heart into a million pieces by giving interviews to the press, fabricating stories and publicly attacking her new husband. The letter was shared in response to allegations made by 5 members of Meghan's inner circle in an explosive People magazine article last week. Today the saga continued when the Duchess's close friend George Clooney spoke out in defense of the royal, saying she is being pursued and vilified. However, any concerns appeared far from Meghan's mind as she arrived at the venue, with the Duchess flashing a broad smile for the cameras outside. Scroll down for videos. The couple are on hand to watch Behind the Wider Earth, a critically acclaimed theatrical production about the young Charles Darwin's expedition on HMS Beagle. The performance is being held in support of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, QCT, and the production's official charitable partner, the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy, QCC. As they arrived for the performance, Meghan, 37, was given a bouquet by Sage Saunders, from London, whose father is American and mother is Canadian, which gave them much to talk about. The Duchess was born in California and spent several years working in Toronto as an actress. They were also introduced to the show's producer Trish Wadley and the director of the National History Museum, Sir Michael Dixon. Inside the historic London Landmark Museum, they met donors and children, as well as taking a peek at some of the exhibits on show, including a preserved common octopus collected by Darwin in 1832, a first copy of On the Origin of Species, and a collection of wasps he made on the Beagle and other voyages. The outing comes a day after Clooney's dramatic intervention, in which he compared Meghan's struggles to those of the late Princess of Wales. Speaking at an event in Los Angeles this week, Clooney, 57, claimed that history was repeating itself in the case of Meghan and Diana, warning, "We've seen how that ends." After laughing off a report suggesting he would be chosen as godfather to Harry and Meghan's baby, Clooney said, "They're just chazzing Meghan Markle everywhere. She's been pursued and vilified." Seeing double Duchess. Meghan steps out in a custom Calvin Klein dress that looks very similar to an H&M one she wore last month. The Duchess of Sussex looked stunning tonight in a cream Calvin Klein dress and an Amanda Wakeley coat as she arrived Natural History Museum for a gala performance of theater production The Wider Earth. The Duchess of Sussex's growing baby bump was on show as she wore the tight-fitting dress, which was paired with the cream Amanda Wakeley sculpted tailoring Crombie coat, priced at £895. Meghan's Calvin Klein dress, which had a polo neck design, kept her warm as it silhouetted over her bump. But her look was very similar to what she wore last month to visit the Mayhew dog's home, when she wore an Armani coat worth £2,000, $1,556. She paired her look on the day with a Stella McCartney bag and £24.99, $32, polo neck dress from high street store H&M's maternity range. In January, Meghan finished off her nude ensemble with Dean Davidson earrings and a pair of towering slingbacks. but tonight she went for a more glam-looking, a longer designer version of the dress and paired it with Ralph Lauren olive green heels and its olive green clutch to match. She also wore classic jewelry with rose gold cloverleaf-styled earrings from Vanessa to Gendeft, priced at £660. She went full glam with her makeup tonight, with a contoured and bronzed look, while her lipstick was a lighter shade of brown. Her hair was worn up off her face, partitioned to the side, and her fringe swept back. She's a woman who is 7 months pregnant, and she is being pursued and vilified and chazzed in the same way that Diana was, and it's history repeating itself. And we've seen how that ends. I can't tell you how frustrating it is to see that. Former Suits actress Meghan, 37, is understood to have distanced herself from her father following a string of high-profile incidents since she became engaged to Harry. Just days before his daughter was due to marry into the royal family, Mr. Markle was caught staging paparazzi photos of himself. He has repeatedly complained that his relationship with his daughter has broken down and made numerous public appeals for her to get in touch with him, including an appearance on Good Morning Britain. An unnamed friend of Los Angeles-born Meghan told US magazine People, "He's never called, he's never texted. It's super painful." 5 unnamed friends of the Duchess spoke to People last week in an effort to counter the global bullying directed at her. But Mr. Markle this weekend shared devastating details of a letter sent to him by his daughter last summer with the Mail on Sunday. The letter shows how Meghan begged him to stop his painful public attacks on her kind and patient husband. Meghan also admonishes her father for siding with her half-sister Samantha, who has attacked her in the press while she silently suffered at the hand of her vicious lies. She goes on to complain that Mr. Markle has made no attempt to contact her and chastises him for falsely telling journalists he is the one who has been shunned, a criticism her father refutes. Meghan also accuses her father of snubbing her and Prince Harry's offers to help when he pulled out of attending their wedding following 2 heart attacks, and accuses him of being ungrateful for money she has given him. The former Hollywood lighting director, who lives in Mexico, said that he never intended to make the handwritten letter public out of respect for Meghan, but says he has been forced to do so now because its contents have been falsely portrayed. Darwin's expedition on HMS Beagle, the voyage of discovery that changed our view of the world. The HMS Beagle was a 93-feet-long Cherokee-class tan-gun brig sloop of the Royal Navy. She was launched on 11 May 1820 at Woolwich Dockyard at a cost of £7,803. The vessel lay unused for 5 years before being reassigned as a research vessel and sailing on 3 expeditions, the second of which carried Darwin. She was scrapped in 1870. The Ruthie Beagle set sail on its most famous expedition on the 27th of December 1831. She first sailed across the Atlantic Ocean, then carried out hydrographic surveys around the coast of South America before stopping at the Galapagos Islands on 15 September 1835. She returned via Tahiti and Australia, reaching England on 2 October 1836. The theatrical discovered that evolution occurs by natural selection, whereby species with characteristics best suited to their environment survive and pass on these attributes to their offspring. While at the Galapagos, he found 13 varieties of finch on different islands, some that ate insects, others that ate seeds. He realized they were descendants of a single ancestor species that dispersed across the islands then adapted to the different foods available on each.